Moving on to sport, and today there's been a big showdown for two boxing rivals, Chris.
Yeah, that's right. The fight itself doesn't happen for another 3 months, but things are getting pretty heated already. Yesterday, Frampton called Manchester's Scott Quigg brainless. Today, he was a little quieter in Quigg's home city. That might have had something to do with all of the Quigg fans at today's press conference at the Manchester Arena, where the pair will come face-to-face in the ring in February. David Chisnall spent the day with the pride of Bury.
The boxing gloves were off for Scott Quigg today, replaced with a suit, shirt and tie. Bury's WBA Super Bantamweight champion was dressing to impress for the Manchester leg of a 3-day roadshow to promote the biggest fight of his life.
When I'm boxing, I'll think of boxing. It's just in the gym, training, making yourself better. Furthest thing from your mind is going to doing big press conferences like this in suits. It's very strange, but it's something that I'm coming to enjoy as well, because it's part of boxing. Right, I'm off.
All right, see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
After approval from his mum Lindsay, there was only one thing left to complete the look of a champion. So suited and booted, and most importantly with a world title belt in his hands, it's time to head to the arena. Well, Scott is someone far more comfortable in the boxing ring than on stage. He's had to work hard on his public speaking, and he's putting that practice to good use ahead of his world title unification fight with Northern Ireland's Frampton. Well, the fists won't be flying here in the arena until February. Today, though, it's all about the verbal sparring between these two camps.
He went to America with 15 people, and he was up and down like a yo-yo.
It's got to be a great fight, you're a talented fighter, but like when Barry last fought in Manchester, the same thing will happen to you. It'll end in a loss.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Barry.
You're a nonsense idiot.
It's banter juice.
Banter juice.
Bit of banter juice.
4 pints of banter juice I had this morning.
All right,
I'm the Archbishop of Banterbury, and I'm ready to go.
Very good, it's good. Joe Gallagher and Eddie Hearn annoy me. That's the bottom line.
We know that.
There was plenty to entertain the public that had come to watch the war of words, and when the microphone was handed over to them for questions, it was clear who the majority were backing.
Scott, how many knockdowns do you think it'll take to finish Frampton off? Do you think he's just going to lie on his back?
On 27th of February, it's going to be 12,000 at least Mancunians. All behind you, Scott, mate. We're all behind you, mate.
No, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Scott, you said it was going to be fun. How did you find that?
It was good. You know, there was more jabs thrown at each other, and it's getting exciting.
Seems you don't really have too many problems with Scott. It's more his camp. What's that all about?
I just don't like the arrogance that kind of shines out of him. It's nothing new. Since a kid growing up in Belfast, I've never liked arrogant people.
They called you arrogant.
Yeah, but describe arrogant, I don't think I'm far from that. I just think I'm confident in my lad Scott Quigg and producing the win on February the 27th.
So home advantage for Scott and his camp today. Tomorrow, though, they face a more hostile reception when they go to Frampton's home city of Belfast. David Chisnall, ITV News, Manchester.
Yes, the banter juice is flowing. I absolutely love that. The talking is going to continue for weeks and weeks up to that one, but who will win in the ring? That's the key one, isn't it?
Now, the build-up has begun to one of the most eagerly awaited British boxing bouts between Bury's Scott Quigg and Frampton, who's from Belfast.
The Super Bantamweight World Champions will put both their titles on the line in February at the Manchester Arena. Today, the pair visited the venue, as Stuart Pollitt reports.
It's Bury's best against the Belfast boy. And with 100 days still to go, things are already heating up.
He said if you swore, well, you shouldn't have done that.
There's going to be a lot of trash talking.
Stay classy, Carl.
You're a nonsense idiot.
And Martinez shipping a lot of punishment here, and nailed again!
What does this mean to you, this fight? It means everything. Everything I've done so far in my career and the way I've lived and sacrificed things in my life is all building to this one fight. I'm familiar with all the surroundings. It will make a difference. How much of a difference, we'll see.
What do you think it'll be like on the night in here?
It's going to be noisy. I don't think it's going to be a pro Scott Quigg crowd. I think I'm going to have more fans here than him, and it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with that.
The two fighters are highly rated. They're almost the same age, with WBA champion Quigg unbeaten in 33 fights, while Frampton, the IBF title holder, has won all 21 of his bouts.
On 27th of February, it's going to be 12,000 at least Mancunians. All behind you, Scott. We're all behind you, mate.
No, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You can gauge the scale of this fight by the fact that even the press conference has drawn a crowd of several hundred, and come February, this arena will be full for what many expect to be one of the biggest nights in British boxing.
And the most eagerly anticipated fight, I would say in the last 25 to 30 years, that's how big it is.
We need all of these seats. We probably need twice the number of seats that are in here. This is a bigger fight than Frochgrove's 2 at Wembley in terms of the global boxing scene. You know, these are the 2 world champions in the division. They are 2 of the very best fighters in the world.
And these 2 little men will go head-to-head for real in the big fight on February the 27th. Stuart Pollitt, BBC North West Tonight, Manchester.
A fearsome duo.